A popular saying goes, diamonds are forever. Dustin The Diamond Poirier will definitely be a UFC legend forever. He became an interim champ once, but will he ever become an undisputed champ? That needs to be seen.
Because if you ask 100 people, who do you think wins, Islam or Dustin? I bet you about 90 of those people are going to tell you Makhachev. But what if Dustin Poirier wins?
Fight fans, we are just 2 weeks away from UFC 302 in Newark, New Jersey. Get ready to witness a seismic showdown in the octagon as the Diamond seeks to defy the odds against the formidable force that is Islam Makhachev. This matchup has sparked debates and conversations across the globe, making it a highly anticipated event in the world of mixed martial arts. The question on everyone's mind is, can Poirier defy the odds by overcoming Makhachev's dominance in the octagon? Can Dustin defeat Islam to send shockwaves through the MMA world? Join us as we delve into the possibilities and potential outcomes of this exciting showdown. But before that, folks, MMA action doesn't stop throughout the year, and neither do we. We come up with a detailed analysis of all stuff going on in MMA around the week for you. So sit back and enjoy the MMA action along with Sportskeeda MMA, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. Now, with the introduction out of the window, let's get down to business. We all know the main event for UFC 302, which is Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. This is the third time Poirier will be fighting for the belt. He was the interim champ when he beat Max Holloway, but lost the undisputed title to Khabib. And again in late 2021, he lost the fight for the lightweight belt, this time to Charles Oliveira. Dustin's already 35 years old. With 2 cracks at the undisputed lightweight championship, this might be his last chance for the strap. He is coming off a spectacular KO of Benoit Saint-Denis, along with many other monumental victories over the likes of Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, just to name a few.
This is a spot for DP. This is an opportunity for him to right the wrongs that he had in the Khabib fight and also to fulfill his dream of becoming the undisputed.
Everybody loves this guy. Nobody will question the decision, as Dustin is a legend in the game, but the outcome could shake up the MMA world if we hear and new from Bruce Buffer. Let's talk about it. UFC's pound for pound #1 fighter, Islam Makhachev. Do you want me to say more after this?
Islam's choke must be otherworldly. Yeah. It must be otherworldly.
To do that to Charles?
Come on, man. This guy is the second coming of Khabib in the octagon. Similar statue, wrestling skills, and endurance, but with better striking skills. If it wasn't for his coaches, Volkanovski may attest to this claim. The best part is that he's getting better and better all the time. He tapped out Charles, who is the leader in submission finishes in the UFC. Think about that for a moment. He knocked out Volk, who went toe-to-toe with the best strikers at 145 like Holloway, Aldo, etc. After he will come into this fight looking to make his 3rd straight defense of the belt. Haters will say he got the title handed over to him, but he's been defending the championship ever since. Let's talk about the matchup.
He wants to fight as many as he can. Line them up. Right now, you got Dustin in June. You got Gaethje or Max Holloway maybe right after that.
The story of this fight coming together is all about luck. Islam wanted to fight in June, ideally to be fresh in time for the Abu Dhabi card in late October. At UFC 300, Charles Oliveira faced Arman Sarukian. This fight was an eliminator bout for the UFC lightweight title. Arman won the bout via split decision but turned down the title fight, asking for more time for preparation. So UFC called Dustin, and he straight away answered yes. The next morning, he went straight into training camp. We all know that Dustin Poirier is not a man to be underestimated, but neither is Islam Makhachev. This is a pivotal fight in Dustin's career. He has great boxing, maybe the best the division has to offer. Just look what he did to Conor in his second fight, and suddenly switched gears. He went forward, bullied him without any reckless abandon, and knocked out the notorious one. This was just pure calculated violence with crisp boxing and precision. And to add to this, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. His opponent's neck has become a meme template now.
Everyone told me not to jump the guillotine. Mike Brown told me 100 times this week.
Islam, on the other hand, is so supremely confident. He's a world champion for a reason. Nobody has been able to take him into deep waters, although Volk came the closest, but there was no doubt that he won the fight 3-2 rounds in Australia. His Sambo background makes him invincible, but he's improved his striking a lot ever since he landed on American shores, which is evident to see, but round. I know Dustin Poirier skipped a line this time, but it came at the correct time since we don't know how much longer he can go. He's done it all, made the money, and he's got the accolades. He's been the interim champion but never the undisputed champion, and that's what he wants badly. This is a tough fight with Islam, who has a very similar style to Khabib, who was able to go through him and do his typical thing and submit Dustin Poirier. He's a striker first and foremost, but he just can't go out there and swing for the fences and see if he wins or not, but he will likely refrain from grappling exchanges with the champ. Let's be honest here, Dustin's going to have to stay on his feet to maximize his chances. Otherwise, he will walk into a takedown from the champ, and if Islam takes you down, good luck, Dustin. Critics say Dustin only wins against strikers, especially brawlers who go all in for old-schooled, old-fashioned scraps. His kryptonite is wrestling. Talking of wrestling, we all know the wrestling of a certain Dagestani. Dagestan has 21 Olympic gold medalists in wrestling along with hundreds of other accolades. Islam is more calculated and he is a very well-rounded threat. He can neutralize his grappling, but he cannot stand and bang with him. So, the pathway to victory seems very easy for both. Either Dustin finishes Islam on his feet, or Islam mauls Dustin and wins via either ground and pound or submission. However, the majority feels that Poirier is taken down, controlled, and either battered to a TKO loss or submitted. Given his unfortunate history of tapping out in title fights, this seems like a far more likely outcome. UFC 302 is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and the rest of the card is shaping up nicely as well. In the headliner, Dustin will be looking to claim what he feels is rightfully his, the UFC Lightweight Championship. He's proved time and time again that there's life left in that old dog.
Like, I've done everything I've set out to do but capture the title, and that's the only thing left for me to do, and that's what I want.
This is something that he's obsessed with. It's a fire that burns very strongly within him. He's going to be a pretty big underdog in this fight, but imagine the scenes in New Jersey if he can pull this off. Dustin with the belt wrapped around his waist and his family there. I mean, what an ending to a glorious career. Not that I'm saying that Dustin would retire, but I'm just saying that that moment in there would be something special. It would be almost like a storybook ending. Well, the sport is filled with many shocking events, so we will have to wait to find out what happens on June 2nd. But what do you think about this matchup? Can Dustin Poirier finally be the undisputed champ, or will Islam reign supreme again? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments section. But anyway, if you're here, we thank you for watching. Please subscribe and ring that bell. And if you haven't done so yet, please leave a comment as well, as that helps the algorithm, and we will see you soon.